As you all know, Etika has been missing for well over 3 days now. The officials say that the first 72 hours are the most crucial in an investigation. The first thing that I would like to bring to you today is that his family had not made a public statement as of yet, but this Twitter post was released. It is a member of his family. It says it's his god brother / cousin, and they are looking to get any kind of help from anyone that may know where he is. And they do state that he's been missing since Wednesday and that they are concerned. So this here makes it, for me, very official. His family does not know where he is. So I decided that I would start looking through social media. And I started with YouTube, and it led me to Facebook. So I'm going to bring to you a lot of the Facebook messages and what I saw to be important. You're welcome to go to his page on Facebook and check it out for yourself. But here's what I found so far. As you will see, most of the posts in the beginning are very normal. They're very mundane. They're exactly what you or I would post on Facebook. Just an update to what's in our mind, an update to our daily events. That post was from August the 2nd, 2015. And then from May 26, 2016, Desmond begins to tell Facebook that it marked the 5-year anniversary of his relationship with Christine. Everything seemed to be going very good for Desmond at this point. On June 21st, Desmond reaches out to a Facebook friend and encourages and says that he too has lost people in his life and that his friend is in his thoughts and prayers. Nothing abnormal. Nothing at all abnormal. You and I would have done the same thing. On June 22nd, he begins to talk about his life and when he started his journey on YouTube. He goes in to say that his mom at some point provided him with a better laptop and camera, and she began to believe in his ambitions. He goes through the whole story, and you are welcome to read this. All you have to do is screenshot it. So at the end of this post, he basically is feeling good about himself, and he's putting statistics about his social media career. Now, although on February the 3rd, Desmond did make a post stating that him and Christine decided to break up. This was February the 3rd, 2017. And this is where, although this message is still very normal and very sane, this is where I believe the beginning of the end with the mental illness really started to take its toll. And again, this is just my opinion. It's just what I'm seeing from the research of the dates and the times and the things that he posted. So I'm going to jump to October the 24th, 2018. On this date, Desmond begins to explain that he's felt that he's lie dormant this whole time, and he thanks everyone for finally making him feel comfortable in his skin. Now, you'll see, it's going to jump all over. October the 24th, he really started to think a little deeper into his career and himself, and he starts to lash out a bit. And I'm not going to read all of them. I'm just going to show you. And they're going to seem like they're all over the place. On this one, October the 24th, he explains that he was banned from Twitter for saying a negative word. You're going to wonder why these are all out of order, and they're not. This is how his mind was working. You said that you wouldn't, and you effing did. So that was on October the 25th. Now, as we go through these, it's amazing to me. I don't have an idea because that's not how my brain works. I don't know what he was exactly thinking, but it was so scattered. It was almost like it was schizophrenia. He started to post things about his career. He started to post things about his brother. He says that his brother died in 2010. Then he posts goodbye. He posts kill me. I'm not afraid. You'll see that some of his posts aren't even words. It's just gibberish. It's just letters and numbers. He does say, I will not conform, I will rise. In one, he says, actually, yeah, I snapped, laughed my butt off. I went off the deep end. Goodbye, basket case time, F you. In my opinion, these are not messages from a sane man. He goes on to say, does this scare you? Simulated meltdown? Now, I know that these are the reasons that a lot of people think that this was staged and this is just a hoax, and that he is alive and he's just killing off his YouTube persona and his social media identity, and I do hope that that is the case. I truly do. But if we continue to look at the things that he says, they have weight. They definitely have weight, and there definitely is more going on in this gentleman's head than just killing off his persona. I might be a schizo. Voices in my head are screaming 24/7. I keep telling you all I'm perfectly fine. I just hear a few more things. They are not messages from a sane person. And so if this whole thing is a hoax, I hope that he gets the help that he needs immediately. Desmond says, I don't mind death. I'm no longer scared of dying, especially for the right cause. That'll help us all. Okay, I'm going to say one last thing. All men who realize how truly big their surrounding existence is and how insignificantly small their own existence is has been labeled kooks. Why is that? Sorry to scare all of you. Deactivate my profile in an attempt to cover my tracks, then I realize it ultimately doesn't matter. Just hope some of the stuff that I'm saying will help someone out there. Let's all just live life and love one another. They lied to us because they don't want us to come together. Oh my God, what if we all felt what I feel, our society? Oh my God, I'm stargazing. Desmond talks about the war on drugs and he talks about the universe. He then in the same day talks about how he can hear so much more now and that he has more money and he's got more problems and he's got more enemies. In his mind, I wonder if he felt that there was no way out and that he was somewhat under attack. I know that being on social media can be really tough on some, and they always say that you have to have a thick skin to be on social media. So I don't know if he has just taken his fill at this point. But as you can see, his messages just go from one to the next, and they're all within the same day. I can't stress that enough. He talks about Kanye West and stargazing and got me going crazy. He says that he's transforming. For me, this is where it became very deep. He says that he feels like he no longer cares about Daniel Amofa, which is his birth name, and that he's ready to live his best life. He says that his brother Randy had passed away in October of 2010 when he was 28 years old, the age that Desmond currently is, and that he's ready for his rebirth. Now keep in mind that was from October the 25th, 2018. Desmond is now 29 years old. He was 28 when he started contemplating the things and posting the messages, as you see here. Desmond states, I do not believe in God. I still don't. He's referenced his lack of faith several times throughout the day on October the 25th, 2018. And I have to question, is his lack of faith maybe a result of his loss of his brother? Death can do crazy things to a person. Desmond, aka Etika, lost his brother, his best friend, the person that was closest to him in the entire world growing up. And maybe this is why Desmond started to look outside of himself, look into the universe, and try to find something more meaning to life. It's told to me that Desmond became a member of the Venus Project. Unfortunately, I don't know much about the Venus Project. I am looking into it, and I will get back to you with some facts regarding exactly what they stand for. Now you can see from the things that Desmond was posting on October the 25th. This was the next post. He said, let it be heard loud and clear right here. From this day forward, the Etika World Network is dead. All of those videos have been deleted by my hand. My entire YouTube catalog is gone. I shall be proceeding my passions as my life, as my new identity, my new person, my new self, Etika. I have to wonder if this is where Etika began to actually question his existence and decide whether he was going to move forward with his social media career or he was going to find a new way of existence, whether that be killing off his persona or taking his own life. As you can see from this, He actually started to become frustrated, it seems, because someone had suggested that he move from YouTube to Twitch. Following his frustration, he then asked, which didn't make much sense, does anyone have any alternatives to YouTube? So as you can see, it seems like he is up and down, back and forth. He's frustrated that people are telling him that he can move off of YouTube, and then he's asking how and where he goes if he moves off of YouTube. You can see from this post he was very frustrated with the fact that his YouTube career could potentially be over as they shut down his YouTube channel. In this next post, Desmond says maybe we should stop focusing on money and instead focus on each other and ourselves, the real way. Someone says to him, are you talking about the Venus Project? And he says, not yet, it's too early, but soon. Now, a lot of people are thinking that he potentially joined the Venus Project in Florida. And I think after today and them discovering or finally releasing that they discovered his personal belongings, potentially that is not the case. A friend of his says there's no stronger bond than two souls connecting. He says, Desmond, no one will understand this, LOL. And his friend tells him that the only thing that matters is that he understands. In one of the posts, he says, am I lying? Fine. Do you want the truth? I will reveal one. Now, this is speculation, and I'm going just strictly based on what I see and my thoughts of the situation. But in this next post, Etika begins to allude to the fact that he may be homosexual. In reading this, at first, I thought possibly he was just saying this, and this was just a joke, that he was writing something with his buddies. But as you can see, he wrote, liberation feels good. Could this possibly be one of the reasons that he was starting to question himself? Maybe this was his coming out. Maybe he got some hate from it. I'm not 100% sure, and it's just speculation. But he does reference this more than once on this day. His messages continue to go on, and he goes from topic to topic, most of it not making complete sense. He does say in the next post, either way, that he didn't mean to kind of mess with everyone, laugh his butt off. So maybe that was his way of retracting the fact that he was potentially saying that he was homosexual. He says, it makes me so sad that so many people feel that way in order to justify their own lack of resolve. Beta males refer to alpha males, comfortable in their own existence, as expressive gay. In my opinion, the fact that he brought that topic up several times that day makes me think that there's a potential that that was his way of trying to come out. Again, this is speculation. I'm not 100% sure, and the only thing I have is the proof of what he's written. As the night went on, he continued to post random things. In this one, you can see he says normalcy. Maybe the fact that he was finally deciding that he was going to come out made him feel normal. I don't know, strictly speculation. He then goes in to show his statistics of his social media channels. I can only assume from the statistics and the fact that his YouTube channel had gotten shut down and potentially he was coming out of the closet, and he was also dealing with the death of his brother's anniversary, which was October the 31st, 2010. This seems to me to be the beginning of the end. The next post says, nothing in this world sees progress without sacrifice. That post basically was reposted 2 times in a row. This can have 2 different meanings, sacrifice of one's life or sacrifice of one's material objects. He then goes on to post, it's time to make some progress. If this disturbs you, please feel free to unfriend me. For someone who does not post on Facebook often, he sure did have a lot to say on October the 25th, 2018. He begins to discuss being homosexual once more. He says, why was I always so worried about being called gay before? He then goes on to express how he feels, and I'll let you read that for yourself. Again, this is where he says, if this disturbs you, please feel free to unfriend me. Trust me, I understand. His friends seem to be supportive. They say you're allowed to feel the way that you want right now. He then goes in to say, I don't even care, laugh my butt off. And then he talks about some explicit things that he does. Now, Again, I don't know if this was just something that he was saying to get a rise, or if this was something that he was truly feeling, or if he was in a schizophrenic episode. He goes from saying it feels like summer to isn't it called YouTube? Finally, his last post was on December 17th, 2018, when he said, "Follow me on IG," and he gave the link to his Instagram. Once more, everything that I'm saying is strictly speculation based on his writings on his Facebook. I'm not 100% sure what was going through his mind, but one can only think that there was a lot on his plate and a lot that he was going through. Again, between having issues with social media, losing his YouTube, reaching out at the death of his brother's anniversary, going through potentially coming out of the closet, all of the issues that people go through with social media and the naysayers. I honestly don't think that any of us will ever really know what was in his mind. I do hope that he is out there and he is safe and this is a hoax and that he is brought home and given the help that he needs.